There's a moment when people stop respecting you. They don't announce it. They don't text you about it. They don't sit you down and explain it. It just shifts. And the dangerous part, you usually don't notice it until it's too late. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt someone's tone change toward you over time? Have jokes become slightly sharper? Have interruptions increased? Have responses become shorter? That wasn't random. Respect doesn't disappear loudly. It fades quietly. And most young men participate in their own disrespect without realizing it. Here's the first mistake. Over-availability. If you are always available, always replying instantly, always adjusting your schedule, what does that signal? High interest. Low scarcity. Humans don't consciously think this way, but socially, value is often tied to perceived demand. If your time feels unlimited, it feels cheap. Ask yourself honestly, if someone cancels on you last minute, how quickly do you forgive it? Do you reschedule immediately? Do you act like nothing happened? Every tolerated behavior becomes a new baseline, and baselines define respect. Now, let's go deeper. Emotional volatility. If small things affect your mood visibly, people start walking carefully around you, not out of respect, but out of management. And being managed is not the same as being respected. Respect feels solid. Emotional instability feels unpredictable. Which one are you projecting? Another silent respect killer, over-explaining. When you make a decision and then justify it for 2 extra minutes, what are you really saying? You're asking for approval. Strong decisions don't beg to be understood. They stand. Now think about arguments. When someone disagrees with you, do you feel the need to win? Do you raise your tone slightly? Do you talk faster? That energy leaks insecurity. True confidence doesn't need to overpower. It stays calm. Calmness under disagreement is dominance. Here's something most young men never audit: your laughter. Do you laugh immediately when someone teases you, even if it hits a little too personal? You think you're showing you can take a joke, but sometimes you're training people to test deeper. Not all laughter signals strength. Sometimes it signals tolerance. Tolerance without boundary invites escalation. Now let's talk about chasing. If you initiate 90% of conversations, if you always plan the meets, if you double text because silence makes you anxious, you slowly lower perceived value. Not because effort is bad, but because imbalance communicates lower leverage. Ask yourself, if you disappeared for a week, who would reach out? If the answer makes you uncomfortable, that discomfort is data. Respect also fades when standards fade. If you complain about being disrespected but continue tolerating the same behavior, you contradict yourself. And contradictions destroy authority. You teach people your words don't carry weight. Now I'm going to say something uncomfortable. Sometimes people don't respect you because you don't respect yourself. You speak negatively about your own abilities. You joke about being broke. You downplay your ambitions. You mock your own discipline. Self-deprecation might feel humble, but repeated too often, it lowers perceived status. The world mirrors the frame you hold about yourself. If you act like you're not serious, they won't take you seriously. Let's shift perspective. What does respected energy look like? It's slow speech, direct eye contact, minimal overreaction, clear boundaries. It's not loud, it's stable. Stable energy feels safe and powerful. Let me ask you something directly. When was the last time you said no? without explaining it? When was the last time you held your position calmly under pressure? When was the last time you walked away from something that felt misaligned instead of negotiating your value? That's where respect is built. In micro moments, not speeches, not gym selfies, not quotes. Micro moments. Respect grows when your reactions become predictable and strong. It fades when your reactions become emotional and negotiable. And here's the final layer. You cannot force respect, but you can remove behaviors that quietly destroy it. Stop chasing validation. Stop explaining your boundaries. Stop reacting instantly. Pause more, speak slower, hold eye contact longer. Let people feel your steadiness. Because in a world full of reactive young men, the calm one stands out immediately. Now I want you to think carefully. Which one of these habits have you been repeating? Over-availability, over-explaining, emotional reacting, chasing, tolerating. Awareness is step 1, but correction is step 2. And most people never reach step 2. If you've made it this far, comment steady so I know you're serious about building real presence. And if you want to master confidence, boundaries, dating psychology, and real masculine self-improvement, subscribe. Because next, we're breaking down the behaviors that instantly increase attraction without saying a single word. Stay sharp, stay controlled, and never let respect fade quietly again.